Hey guys, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Flesh and Blood stream. Tonight we just got Flesh and Blood. I probably won't be playing any Fortnite or anything tonight. We're looking like we're just playing some Flesh and Blood tonight. Doing some more Vynsett testing. Made the couple of changes that we talked about last whenever I streamed. I can't remember, yesterday. I guess that was yesterday. Good lord. Added in Rune Flash as an extra way to have 0 for 4 with Go again, hopefully. So it's kind of anti Rune Gate attacks, but we'll see what happens. And then I added in Blue Oath of the Arc Knight over one of my blues so that I could have all 3 blocks across the board in blues except for Mavrian Skies. So Nick's going to be playing Levia tonight. He's helping us test out, and he's also testing Levia, so I'm pretty excited to see what he's got put together for us. Say hi, Nick.
What's up, guys?
So let's see here. We're going to go ahead and jump in here. Ooh. All right. So Crown of Providence. We want Carrion Husk against Nick. Grasp of the Arc Knight and Spellbound Creepers. I think I just want to run my 60 into him and see how it goes. Just kind of try it with our 60 cards. And if like it feels like we're like a little behind or we're losing games, then maybe we'll start bringing in some Sink Belows and kind of see what happens. Playing Nick, playing Levia, and we're going second. Started updating our nationals thing, and we're 6-2 with the Vynsett deck of games that I have actually recorded. So we definitely want to block 6 here. We demand another 8 hours. Well, brother, let me tell you, it ain't happening tonight. You might get another 8 hours next weekend. How are you, Ben? I guess let's block. Actually, sorry, that's just incorrect. Sorry, Nate.
Sorry. You're good.
I saw me, dude. We're gonna block 6 like this. We're gonna keep our Envelop in Darkness and our Rune Gate card. We're gonna keep our cards that we know work well together. Also, Hiss. You're good. I'm good, man. Thanks for asking, buddy. What have you been up to today? You just hanging out? So Nick does have AB1, so he can prevent the Arcane Barrier here. So let's banish Deathly Delight. Let's play Envelop in Darkness, pitching Phantom Wraith. No, we're not going to pay for this. And then we're going to come in for 6 and 2 Arcane here. Or 5 and 2 Arcane. But if Nick loses any life, then we will gain life. Gain 1 life off of that. Yeah, man, I'm good. Went to the gym, threw an elderly lady's walker in the pool. Well, I went to the gym, but I did not throw an elderly lady's walker into the pool. So you got me beat on that one. I'll give you that one. You definitely had more activity at the gym than I did. Oh, this is for 8 because of the Envelop in Darkness. I wasn't even thinking about that. Nick covering it up here so we don't gain a life. Good play by Nick. We're going to Arsenal our last card. And we're going to immediately get wrecked by our decision. So Nick's going to just pass. She deserved it. It was a lady from Kroger's parking lot. Oh, if it was a lady from Kroger parking lot, she definitely deserved it. She can get yeeted into the abyss for all I care. So I guess let's banish Mavrian Skies, play Runeblood Incantation, and then let's come in with the Thorn for 1 Arcane and 2 Physical. So we'll try to get something going here. Our all non-attack hand was pretty awkward. Luckily, it was thwarted by Nick blocking with all of his cards last turn, so it kind of put us in a better spot. Yo, also got 2 followers on Kick while I was apparently offline. Thank you, Random Pokeball and Lady Samurai, for the follow on Kick. Appreciate the love. All right, so Nick's looking to push the tempo here. What does our hand look like? Banish Deathly Delight. Make 2 rune chants. Make a rune chant, then make one off the Rune Blood incantation. Shadow Puppetry. Runic Reckoning. Come in with Deathly Delight for 9. Go again into Thorn. We'll take 6 here and see what Nick's second card is. This doesn't present an on-hit effect, so I'm not really worried about us getting blown out or anything. Coach K is coming out of retirement to coach UNC. Hey, Coach K has a lot of wins, man. And not to throw any shade at Hubert or anything, but he hasn't exactly been carrying the torch. So... Uh-oh, Taryn's into something. Yes, I have 0 wins today. Thank you for reminding me, Ben. I think we're just going to take 8 here and go to 26. We'll just kind of play it by ear. I want to hang on to my equipment as long as possible here. We have a pretty decent turn, and I'm okay with trying to take tempo if we can. So, banish this. We're going to play Runic Reckoning, Shadow Puppetry. No, we're not going to pay for this. And then we're going to come in with Deathly Delight for 9 physical, 2 rune chants with Go Again. And on hit, we may banish the top card of our deck if we want to. The cool thing is after this, we get to pitch our Phantom Wraith for Activate Grasp and Thorn. So it's 2-2 and 1. So pretty good turn here. Dude, you missed it, Ben. On Sunday, dude, we had 5 wins. I mean, you were there, but like, man, we were... Were you there Sunday? Did you play Sunday, Ben? I can't remember. I was like, we all play games together so much, I can't remember. But dude, we had 9 wins on Sunday, or 5 wins on Sunday, dude. We were...
That was yesterday.
Huh?
That was yesterday.
Yesterday, Sunday, same thing.
Karen yoinked a piece of chicken off my salad.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I went upstairs not even thinking about it.
And she has it? She was eating it?
Yeah.
Dude, that's epic. Taryn just apparently just like yoinked a piece of chicken off Carly's salad. Oh man. This is the content y'all came here for, so I hope it's worth. She do it again?
She's trying to.
Oh my gosh. You look like you're in trouble, Taryn. She's licking her lips. Oh man, I love that cat. Oh, we definitely are not banishing that card. That card is a house. We want to keep that card. We'll come in for 2-2 and 1 here. I imagine Nick's keeping his 2-card hand here to try and turn off Blood Debt so he doesn't take any extra damage. So we're probably just going to push through 5 points here. And we will arsenal our last card. So Nick does turn off Blood Debt. Part of me is tempted to give the Husk here. I'm trying to think about what our hand looks like. So right now, I think our hand is banish our yellow Phantom Wraith. Make a rune chant. Rune Blood incantation makes a rune chant. We pitch our blue to play Envelop in Darkness and play Rune Blood incantation number 2. And then we come in with our Phantom Wraith for 8 physical and 8 physical and 3 rune chants. We're setting up a Rune Blood incantation and we get to arsenal a Rune Flash. So I'm just going to go to 21 here. I think I want to try and keep my Husk one more turn. I might honestly I might be being pretty greedy here with my decision, but I think it's worth. No, play Rune Blood incantation and then play Phantom Wraith. So this is for 8 physical and 3 rune chants. So an 11-point turn. Not exactly great, but it is split damage here, so Nick taking the rune chance tells me that he wants to block with 2 cards here. Okay, so he's going to keep his whole hand, so Nick likes his hand. So we arsenal our last card here. What happened?
I rolled a 1.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm sorry.
that's good. I knew better.
So I'm going to be honest, I hadn't even contemplated getting to our turn with my whole hand here. That's right. Dab on him, Ben. Let him know what's up. Something tells me we're going to banish Widespread Ruin here. Just kind of feels like the obvious choice to me. So we get to come in for 7 physical and 3 rune chance here. That's because Nick's number 1. Ben thinks you're number 1, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nick's currently taking 2. Nick goes to 14. We're going to activate Grass to make a rune chant and then come in for 2, 2, and 1 here off the back of the Rosetta Thorn. We're going to arsenal our rune flash here, and then we're going to take 1 off of Blood Debt from the Widespread Ruin here. Important thing to note is that we still have our Husk here. All right, is there any way to make this work? I gotta like process what we're even doing here. I'm gonna give up a point on my Husk here, which I hate to do, but if Nick plays something for like, there's a lot of like 1 for 7s randomly in Nick's deck, and I think 1 for 6s. So if he happens to hit like a 1 for 6 or, you know, something like, then I'm gonna feel pretty bad about giving my carrion Husk up right there. Okay, so now we got to think about our turn. We're gonna have 2 rune chants. I think we're banishing our Shadow Averser here. There's probably not a world where we're ever supposed to banish our Shadow Averser. Yeah, I just don't think that's correct, actually. So we're going to play Mavrian Skies, red Mavrian Skies here. And then we're going to come in for 6 and 2 Arcane. And if the 6 hits Nick, we create 2 or 3 more rune chants. What is Levia's requirements to flip her?
13 or more Blood Debt.
And you're at 9 currently?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Nick makes a token here. Nick blocks the Arcane. And if this hits, we get 3 additional rune chants, which is pretty solid. Red Malverian Sky's really putting in the work right here. And then we'll come in for 4 with Go Again. I think we're just going to kill Nick, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if there's anything he can do about this. And then we come in for 2, 2, and 1. Oh, I guess he can block 1 of the Arcane. Yeah, Nick goes to 1. I guess we'll do this just in case. I don't know if you're gonna die to that or not, but
I don't think I die of blood debt.
I was like, I didn't know if you had like some crazy trick up your sleeve that I wasn't aware of. Yep, let's run it back. I like it. Guys, if y'all are hanging out in the chat tonight, just know that I greatly appreciate it. Appreciate y'all keeping me company and hanging out tonight. Nick and I try to get some good games in. We didn't see a single Revel in Runeblood at all last game, which is a pretty weird thing to say out loud. What is that thing? Shade and Death Hydra? Oh, so this is like that turbo deck. Feels pretty mid to block with both of those cards, but I think I don't want to block with both of our blues that way, but so let's go Banish Bounding Demagon, play Runeblood Incantation, and then we'll throw the Bounding Demagon for 4 and 1 Rune Chant here. And then we'll Arsenal our last card, knowing that it's probably the best card in our deck that allows us to have like multiple Rune Gate turns, like multiple Rune Gate attack actions in one turn. Again, not having a blue kind of got the best of me there. Ram Raider. So banish Phantom Wraith, play Mauvrian Skies, attack, pitch Oath to make a Rune Chant off Grasp, play Revel, attack with Thorn, Arsenal my last card, take 8, go to 32. I mean, it seems like a pretty good turn here. Can't really... All right, now we got 5 and 2 Rune Chants, and if the 5 hits, we get to make 3 more Rune Chants here. Right? Was it a red Mauvrian Skies? Yes, it was a red Mauvrian Skies. I like how Mauvrian Skies basically just finds its way into every Runeblade deck, minus Briar.
You there, brother?
What'd you say? Nick? Oh, dude, I think I muted myself in Discord somehow. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Dude, that was weird. I don't even know how I did that. All right, then. All right, sorry, like I was saying, so this is 5, go again, and if it hits, we get to make 3 Rune Chants because of Mauvrian Skies. And Mauvrian Skies is a pretty cool card because it pretty much gets played in every Runeblade deck except for Briar. Viserai, Chain. I think it's going to be a staple in Vynsett. Okay. And then we get to come in for 2, 2, and 5. Nick blocks the first 2, and so there's 3 more coming in. Okay, so Nick gives us another blue here. Nick maintaining a healthy life total so far into the game. Playing very well. Nick's probably going to go to 33 here and swing a 6 at us, if I had to guess. Swing a 6 or a 7. We'll arsenal our last card here. Again, being a very valuable card. Okay, so Nick's just going to throw 3 at us. So we go to 29, and Nick goes to 31. So we're down 2 points, and we have all of our hand here. What does our hand look like? So we banish the Widespread Ruin. Play Runeblood Incantation. Play Swarming Gloomveil. Play Revel. It's not really a way to make that happen, is there? So let's... I think this works. I haven't got that far, but we're going to try it. I think it works the way I want it to. Oh, why'd that have to go again?
I rolled.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I missed that. I wasn't paying attention. All right, so we're going to go to 26 here. Nick's going to go to 31. So we banish Widespread Ruin. We make a second Rune Chant. We play Runeblood Incantation, because this serves as our non-attack action that we're going to need to get our trigger off a Revel here in a minute. We come in for 6 and 2 Arcane. If Nick takes any damage this turn, he banishes the top card of his deck. Kind of playing a little like weird Azuri fatigue strategy here. Not really, but still. I just keep hearing Carly yell at Taryn. I think Taryn's trying to eat her food or something. Okay, so Husk soaks this up. We're going to activate Spellbound Creepers. We're going to play Revel, get our action point back, and then we're going to come in for 4 physical, 4 rune chants with Go Again. And then we still have Thorn after this. And we also set up pretty well for next turn with putting 2 Runeblood incantations into play, which is pretty solid. And then Thorn for 2 and 2. Nick hasn't really blocked yet, so I feel like his hand's got to be pretty good here. Okay, so Nick gives Scabs there. And we're stuck in that really awkward spot of not drawing an attack here. I'm probably going to give Crown of Providence here in hopes of finding an attack. Probably going to put this on the bottom. If I had to guess, Runic Reckoning here. I'm going to try and save the Revel if I can. So you played Art of War Banished and then played Bellows.
Yeah.
Discarded a Soul Harvest. All right, so Nick's looking at a pretty aggressive turn here. We might be giving Nick more than Crown of Providence right here. Way his turn's lining up so far.
Sorry.
No, you're good, brother. So Let's start with Crown, considering this is probably going to be Nick's weakest attack this turn. We'll put the Runic Reckoning on the bottom, and can we play that? Is that going to work? Man, does that work? We get a Rune Chant from Banishing. We get 2 Rune Chants from... We get 2 Rune Chants from Runeblood Incantation. We get a Rune Chant from Banishing this, which means we have 3 Rune Chants at that point. We need 4 to make this work. So... Grasp would cost 5. Right? If we have 3 Rune Chants, it's going to cost... It costs 2 plus 3, so it costs 5. So I'm banishing this, pitching these, and then I'm going to play this, and Nick is forced to block 6 and block 4 Arcane, or banish a card from his hand. That doesn't really seem worth to me. This feels like a kind of a trap of a play right here. I think we're supposed to go... block like this. We're going to banish our Annihilation, take 2 Blood Debt, and then I'm going to come in with the Thorn and... Actually... Sorry, Nick. I need to block with more cards.
You're good. You're good.
So I'm actually just going to block like this and take 3. And I'm going to hang on to my Husk for another turn. So that's a much better way to block. Now, we kind of even the life totals up with Nick a little bit here, but we're setting ourselves up for an extremely explosive turn next turn. We get a Rune Chant off banishing a card. We'll get a Rune Chant off of the Runeblood Incantation. So we'll have 5 Rune Chants here when the turn starts. Nick rolling a 2 probably saved us a lot of damage there, if I had to guess. All right, so we got 4 go again. So we banish Deathly Delight, Runic Reckoning, Shadow Puppetry, Widespread Annihilation for 9 and 5 Rune Chants with go again. And then we have come in with Thorn, Arsenal Mauvrion Skies. I'm going to take this and go to 15 here. I'm really pushing the limitations of my Husk here. What I'm willing to do, like what I'm willing to take for my Husk. I think we're just throwing this in front here. We have a pretty big tempo turn, so I'm just going to block what I can. I think arsenaling the Mauvrion Skies is more important than blocking 3. So I think I can go to 10 here. I'm basically agreeing to go to 9 because of the Carrion Husk. Alright, banish Deathly Delight. Shadow Puppetry. No, I don't want to pay life for Vynsett's ability. Widespread Annihilation. Oh, wait. That's wrong. Runic Reckoning. Widespread Annihilation for 10 and 5 Rune Chants. On hit, we may banish the top card of our deck. Okay, so Nick takes the arcane, and we got 10 physical go again. And if this hits Nick, when the combat chain closes, Nick banishes a card from his hand. Nick's gonna block 10. We're gonna Thorn Nick so he can join us at 10. And then Nick's got 6 blood debt here he's gonna take, which is pretty beneficial for us. I did not realize Nick made that token. Ooh, putting me to 2. Scary, scary, scary. Banish. So I'm blocking here for sure. And I only want to take 1 blood debt next turn if I can help it. So I'm looking at Banish Bounding Demagon. So block Rune Flash, Banish Bounding Demagon. We're going to start our turn by getting a Rune Chant from Banishing the Bounding Demagon and from the Rune Blood incantation. Play Marvian Skies, play Deathly Delight, play Swarming Gloomveil for 4 go again, and then play Bounding Demagon for 4. And we'll Arsenal our last card here. So I'm going to go to 6 to do this. Nick has 7 blood debt cards, so he's actually going to go to 3 here. I think we're going to get Nick just because we have so much tempo here. So this is for 5 and 2 arcane. All right, so that lets Nick block the Rune Chants. And then Nick can take 1. So because that hit, the yellow Mavrian Skies makes 2 Rune Chants. And then we have 4 and 2 arcane. I don't think it mattered whether Nick blocked that first attack out or this attack out. I don't think, like, him giving me the 2 extra Rune Chants kind of feels like a formality. Nick must have a no block in his hand.
Yeah. All right, let me try a different deck.
Okay. That works for me. I'll make another game and invite and send it to you. I accept. Copy invite link. The Discord. What did I hit that did that? I sent you the game invite. I deafened myself and I don't know why it happened in Discord. What keys did I hit? I click copy invite link. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. All right. Yeah, that was really weird. I don't know what just happened right there. Anyway, I deafened myself. Let's see. We're going second. So against Levia, We want Crown, Husk, Grasp, and Spellbound Creepers. And I think, again, I just want to continue to try my 60 cards and just see if I can make something happen with my 60 cards. Curious to know why I deafened myself there. That's weird. I must be like accidentally hitting the button or something. Huh. Ah, you're playing Hexagore. You're on like that like Turbo Levia thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Taylor played a game of this into me the other night. It was pretty sweet. All right, so this is for 7. Let's keep our yellow Phantom Wraith here. Let's just block this out as I die to my Fruity Pebble Bar, good lord. Jeez. His hand feels not great. I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she Wumbo. Dude, I love SpongeBob. SpongeBob is like the most underrated show ever. And by the most underrated show ever, I mean like it's very highly rated by a lot of people. Okay. So this hand does something at least, so there's that. I'm like paranoid now and I gotta like keep checking to see if I've muted myself in the Discord. Alright, so my hand is Banish, Deathly Delight, Shadow Puppetry, Deathly Delight. Or it's actually Shadow Puppetry, Make a Rune Chant, Deathly Delight, Swarming Gloomveil. Actually, Swarming Gloomveil is just better served as Rosetta Thorn, and then I get to Arsenal my Mauve Skies. That seems fine. I'm so excited to play this little girl. I feel like you're trolling me, Santana, or maybe you're not. That's a pretty obscure thing to put in a Flesh and Blood chat. But if you're talking about Vynsett, then yeah, like Vinsett's pretty cool so far, I have to say. Bim was like, what? SpongeBob goes organ farming? I feel like you've sent me something about this before. I feel like you sent me a video of this or something one time. Haha, yeah, talking about Vynsett. Yeah, I figured you were. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't like a predator in my stream or something, and I was like, it's like, listen, I draw the line at being predator. Like, that's not cool. But thanks for stopping by, Santana. Appreciate you being in the chat, man. And yeah, dude, like if you're looking forward to playing Vynsett, man, like it's a lot of fun. Vynsett's really cool and offers a lot of like complex lines that I really enjoy. Ask Kyle about it. I'm terrified to ask anybody about something that says SpongeBob goes organ farming. And you didn't spell it like Oregon, like the state. It's organ, like you're an organ donor. All right, well, we're getting bailed out by the fact that we have a card in our banish zone already. Now, Nick's putting a lot more pressure on us this game, so Nick's gonna take 4 and go to 26 here, so I think I can just go to 24. So, because my turn is Mauve's got, like, we're gonna banish. Ew, what are we gonna banish? It's all sucks. We banish Envelop in Darkness. Play Envelop in Darkness. Play Runeblood Incantation. Play Mauve Skies. Play Phantom Wraith. Play Rosetta Thorn. Take 6, go to 24. Nick goes to 26. Maybe the police is coming for me, just to clarify. Oh god, I hope that's not the case. If the police is coming for you and you're hanging out in my chat talking about Vynsett, you're awfully calm about it. So I have been farming for Oregons, though. They're spare and there are spare Oregons in DC. Get out of here, Ben. Oh, hey, 432 subs. Thanks for subbing on YouTube. Notification didn't pop up because your privacy settings are set to not share, but I appreciate you subbing on YouTube nonetheless, whomever that might have been. No, we won't pay for that. We'll play our Runeblood Incantation because it's bonkers. Hey, there it is. The thing was just delayed. Santana, thanks for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate it, brother. Mauve Skies, Phantom Wraith. Nick, when I'm talking to the chat, do you mean to mute my Discord so you don't have to listen to it? Like, does it bother you?
No, not at all.
I was like, if it does, man, I'm happy to. I was like, because I understand that listening to me talk to chat's not everybody's favorite thing in the world. So this is for 8. On hit, we make 3 more rune chants. This feels like a pretty good use of Husk for Nick, considering he's getting low anyway, but I don't know. It depends on what his hand looks like, I suppose. Yeah. So Nick likes his hand, so he's going to give us Husk and Scabs, which makes sense. And then we're going to come in for 2, 2, and 1 here. The funny part is that if Nick gives us 3 rune chants, there's some thought to us not throwing Thorn here. So, I don't know. Like, Runeblood Incantation, I feel like makes that a little bit of a more difficult decision, but having 3 rune chants basically agrees that it basically tells us that even if we draw the blue, like, Majestic card that we banish for, like, value, that, like, even that will be okay. So we're getting to the point to where we kind of want to block. Shadow Puppetry is much good. Mauvrian Skies is much good. Revel's much good. I mean, we're probably just going to banish a card here, and then I don't know what our line's going to be here. Let's do this. Put our Mauvrian Skies on the bottom and see what we draw. Draw a card that immediately rewards us for our decision. But we are at 21, so if Nick throws something for like 5 or 6 points here, I'm probably just going to throw Husk at it. Nick is pressuring us a lot this game, so it's really like making us like... It's forcing me to make sure that I'm maximizing my hand value here. So the funny part is that now this is just for 6. All right, you know what? I'm going to... no, I'm not. I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to make the correct decision, and I'm just going to block there. Because it would be stupidly wrong to not block there. So... let's go Shadow Puppetry. Like some Shadow Puppetry. Shadow Puppetry has like been an all-star in this deck. So this is for 7 and 2 rune chants. And whenever the combat chain closes, if Nick has lost life, he banishes the top card of his deck. Which kind of plays into his game plan a little bit, honestly. So I was like, he's kind of incentivized to take some of this, like the Arcane here. If this hits, I do have the opportunity to banish the top card of my deck if I want to. So we'll see if this hits, and if it does, what we find. Choose if you want to banish Phantom Wraith. Honestly, I think banishing Phantom Wraith is great here because I can play my Revel, and then I can play Phantom Wraith, and then I can just arsenal my Gloomveil here. Yeah. That's pretty sweet. That's a pretty sweet line. We haven't got to really... we haven't got to abuse Revel off of a Shadow Puppetry yet, but you are seeing the value of letting Shadow Puppetry hit. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty pleased with that. We just added 6 more points to our turn. Well, actually, we added 10 more points because I wasn't even going to play the Revel this turn. I was going to arsenal the Revel and try to set up for next turn, but the Phantom Wraith just says, "Play me! Play me!" I don't know why I was giving it this motion too. Like, I don't know what was up with that. Well, arsenal our last card, knowing that we basically have free go again next turn, is like pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so we actually have a sweet line here. I think. Unless I'm having a stroke. Maybe, man, Room Flash feels awkward, but I guess it blocks 3 if it does nothing else. So it's a pretty good way to look at it. Nick starting with Art of War is moderately frightening. Activate this ability only if you... while this is in your inventory and you have 13 or more cards with Blood Debt in your banished zone. When this is in your inventory, when Blood Debt reduces your life total to 13, you may transform this. Oh, wow. All right, well. Kind of scary. The whole Levy to Redeem thing is kind of cool. Like, that's a pretty sweet mechanic. Oh, my God. Dude, what? Come on. At the slight chance that Talishar watches this or sees this clip, this needs to be fixed. This is not random. There's nobody in the world that can convince me this is random. Like, here comes the Satan. I assume you're referring to Levia in some fashion. I can't believe, dude, I'm sorry, Nick. That's like...
No, you're good.
All right, so let's think about our turn here. I mean, we're definitely banishing the Phantom Wraith. So we play Phantom Wraith. All right, yeah, I worked out the line in my head here. Yeah, so we got 6 physical, 2 arcane coming at Nick. Now, if you're playing Spellbound Creepers against a new player, you can probably get them, and they just think your turn's going to end. But like anybody who knows anything about Rune Blades knows that my turn's not over here. So like the advice that I would give to people if you're playing against this deck in the future is that if your Vynsett opponent plays a card like this and still has 3 cards in their hand, you should play as if they're going to creeper something in and continue their turn. If they don't continue their turn, you just got to call it a win and you got to take it. You got to take the wins when they come that way. Hexagore is kind of cool, honestly. Like, Hexagore is a cool weapon.
I think I die of Blood Debt. For sure. I got no block.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
No, you're good.
Dude, that the ones are killing you. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous that that happens so regularly. We live. Let's see. All right, so Nick's coming in with Hexagore. I'm actually gonna take one here, which is like a cardinal sin to take damage on turn 0. But I'm gonna take one here because the 2 cards that I have play really well together. I could have kept the Mauvrian Skies and just hope that I peeled a blue, but I don't think that was a wise decision. So we'll go Phantom Wraith. We will play Envelop in Darkness, which makes a Rune Chant, gives our next thing with Rune Gate +3. So this is for 9 and 2 Arcane. No go again here, and only having 1 resource and 1 card in hand, Nick can pretty much safely assume that like there's nothing coming his way after this. Drawn 2 or more cards this turn. That's cool. All right, so Nick stops the Arcane. And we got 9 physical coming in. We're going to Arsenal our last card. It's a pretty good one. How many Mauvrian Skies are you playing? I'm on all 9 Mauvrian Skies. I'm on 9 Mauvrian Skies, and I'm on 3 Shadow Puppetry because I think you need more ways to have Go Again in this kind of deck, personally. I think Go Again is what enables you to have some broken turns. I feel like that Death Hydra, like late in the game, if you can get that off, is like broken.
Yeah.
Like absolutely broken. Sheesh. All right, let's think. Sorry, go ahead.
I just need to figure out her lines.
Yeah, no, I mean that's definitely the hardest part of it. Like, and the more we play, the more it'll become clear. I was like, dude, like playing Vynsett the first night we were playing, God almighty, dude. I felt like I was beating my head against a wall. So banish Phantom Wraith, play Envelop in Darkness, play Red Mauvrian Skies. 2 Rune Chants and 9 physical. On hit with the 9 physical, we make 3 more Rune Chants. Broken! And then I'm going to come in for Thorn here after this, and I'm going to Arsenal my last card. Last card is looking pretty... Like my last card is really good and enables us to have Go Again off of Spellbound Creeper shenanigans. Taylor was telling me the other night, Nick, that Lexi is still like absolutely bonkers. Like she's still just absolutely absurd. She said they've been testing Lexi and Vynsett and can't remember what the other thing they said they've been testing hard was, but he said that they were playing. He said 2 things. He said Prism was doo-doo. He said Prism was not good. And he said that they played Lexi, like new Lexi without Bullseye Bracers, into Vynsett, into Bravo and something else, and it 3-0'd everything.
Yeah. Which
is like, it doesn't really surprise me, but it's still absolutely crazy to me. All right, so we're really getting to see our first look at Seeds of Agony here. We haven't seen Seeds of Agony pretty much all night. That's an explosive turn. Yeah, it's a pretty good turn. I mean, 9 physical, 2 rune chance, and then Rosetta Thorn afterwards. Like, and if he doesn't block the 9 physical, we get 3 extra rune chance. So it's 15 points with the possibility of it being 18. Like, that's a pretty good turn. Like, Vynsett can do some dumb stuff, dude. Like Santana, if you're looking to play Vynsett, dude, like I would jump on the train because it looks sweet. I think we're just taking 6 here. We got a 25. Nick goes to 20. We banish Phantom Wraith. Activate Grasp. Play Seeds of Agony. Play Runic Reckoning. So this is going to be for 2 Rune Chance, 1 Arcane, and 8 Physical. So it's 11 points. Like, I probably could have blocked. Like, Seeds of Agony is worth 1 point. Should have blocked with a Seeds of Agony because it blocks for 2 and deals 1. But, and Nick can throw an Arcane at me here. Or he can pitch a blue if he wants, if he has it, and block all 3 Arcane, both the Rune Chance and the Seeds of Agony. But I think being ahead, I think you're in a better spot to push as much damage as you can. I bought a booster box and dude, opened only 1 Funeral Moon. Are you serious? That's crazy. Is that card a Majestic? Is Funeral Moon a Majestic? Do you know, Nick? Is it a Majestic?
I think so.
I think it is too for some reason, but I'm not sure. Just the commons and some rares. So the funny part is I normally buy a case of each set. I do it because I like to have the commons and the rares and like just all those cards sitting around. And plus my girlfriend really likes to open the cards. So we make a thing out of it and like, you know, like do it all together. But dude, this time around, I'm honestly not really interested in the new set. Like the new set's awesome and I want the cards. Like, but I'm not really super interested in buying a case of the new set. I think I'm just going to pick Majestics up here and there. And I think what I'm going to do is one of my buddies, one of the guys that we're friends with, his name's Blake. He's looking for the serialized prism or whatever. And so I think he's opening like 9 cases or something crazy. And so I'm just going to talk to him about getting the commons and the rares from him. So let's banish Widespread Ruin. Let's go. Does this work the way I want it to? Shadow Puppetry. Nope. Bounding Demagon for 1 Rune Chant and 4 Go Again. On hit, we may banish the top card of our deck. And then we get to do some dumb creeper stuff here. I think the best card, Spoiled Skill, Cold Foil, but I don't know if Levy is going to use it. Spoiled Skill. I don't remember that card from the set. I don't remember that one off the top of my head. Hey, Guard, what's up, brother? How was your stream, man? Did you have a good stream? Sorry, Spoiled Skull. Oh, the head equipment? Dude, that head equipment is cracked. Do I want to banish Shadow Averser? I mean, it's probably not going to hurt me to just have a Go Again attack there, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and banish that. I think that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Revel. And then it's going to give me 2 action points because I already had Go Again on the last one. So I'm going to come in for 6 and 4 Arcane. 6 and 4 rune chance, and then because of the fact that it gave me a second action point, I actually have the capability to throw Rosetta Thorn after this, which is insanely valuable. I'm pretty sure Nick already took a rune chant earlier, so I think we're in a good spot here. Went well. I'll be back on in a while. Oh, okay, dope, man. That's awesome. I'm glad your stream was good, man. I was like, I saw you playing Warzone, beating up on some kids, man. So, banish Phantom Wraith. Play Envelop in Darkness. Pitching Seeds of Agony. Do not pay life for Vynsett. Play Runic Reckoning. Come in with Phantom Wraith. So this is going to be for 2 rune chants and for 10 physical. That's a pretty solid turn. It's just the name of the game. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, man. But yeah, Santana, I think that Spoiled Skull is going to be a really good card. I was actually playing a game against one of my buddies the other night. His name's Taylor. I'm from Tennessee in the States. And he lives in North Carolina, which is about 3 hours for me. And he was playing the Spoiled Skull in his new Levia list, which I thought was super interesting. I thought it was cool. He actually like completely stunted one of my turns with it in one of our games. It was pretty dope. So Nick gives me 3 cards and Scap Skins to stop this. And then we have to pass here. Okay, Nick had no way to get rid of Blood Debt, so that ended up working out for us there.
Let me swap to the other deck. Let me play one more.
Yeah, dude. No, you're good, man. I'll make another game for us real quick. I'm going to pull up Discord so if I can see when it does it.
I can hear it click.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, in the chat. When you mute yourself.
Oh, I'm accidentally hitting... Okay, so I know what happened. Okay, I know what's happening now. I sent you the game, by the way. So the other night I was playing Lord, I'm having a stroke. I was playing Fortnite with Kyle and like a couple of my cousins, and we were playing, and I kept talking to chat, and he was like, dude, why don't you mute yourself when you're talking to chat? And I was like, it takes me forever because I have to open Discord. And he was like, dude, just set a hotkey for it. I did not know that was a thing you could do. And so now I have my number pad over on the side. My 1 and 2 is like 2 is deafen and 1 is mute. And so I have it set up that way. And I think I'm accidentally hitting the numbers when I'm going to like copy the link and send it to you. So my bad, dude. That's on me. Yeah. Also doesn't help that when I'm typing in my numbers, I'm doing that. Well, that is good news for me. Haha. Maybe this can play some Vynsett cards for me. Dude, yeah, absolutely. Dude, Vinsett's awesome, man. Like, and like buying like the... I'm sure that card's going to go up in price, so I bet I can buy it for you. Ben said book it. Absolutely. Exclamation point Ben, boy. And I'm having a stroke. I can't type. Exclamation point Ben. There it is. All right, let's see what we got here. I think we can push through a little bit of damage here. Scowling Flesh Bag. Oh, is this the card that intimidates?
Yeah.
This is what I... Sorry, dude. Santana, that's what I thought we were talking about, was the Scowling Flesh Bag. So we do this. Man, I hate to not Arsenal card here, but... Actually, I know what I can do. I can pitch stack those together, because that's pretty good. And then we'll do 5 physical and 2 rune chants. And if Nick takes any damage, we banish, we gain a life because he lost life. Just doing 1 and Ben in the chat over here. Good lord. Look like I'm having a stroke. Nick's probably going to block this out. It might have been better of me to just keep the 2 rune chants and keep the card in my banish zone. And just arsenal my last card. That was probably actually the play. Wait, Vynsett's hero card is a majestic? What is wrong with them? Why do they do this? My gosh. Why do they do that? I hate that garbage. That kind of stuff drives me over the edge. Anyway, I opened the head that is just Shadow Brute. This one is just Brute. Yeah. So the one that intimidates is just Brute. It's just a Brute headpiece. I can't remember. Oh, the one that you're talking about, the Shadow Brute headpiece, is the it has AB1 on it, right? And it says like banish cards, or you pick cards in your banish zone and you may play one of them randomly or something like that, I think. Banish Bounty Demagon, play that. Puppetry Demagon, play that. Thorn You, Arsenal this. I think that's worth taking 6. I still, if the headpiece that you're talking about is what I think you're talking about, the one that I was just describing, the AB1 and some stuff like that, I think that I still think that'll be worth some money. I think that'll end up seeing play in Levia at some point, one way or another. So I wouldn't throw that away just yet. Yeah, I think we're taking 6 here. We are going to have to play around the headpiece a little bit here. Nick does have the capability to strip a card from our hand. So this is going to be for 5 physical and 1 rune chant. On hit, we can banish the top card of our deck. We may banish the top card of our deck. Yeah, AB1, and you can banish it for select 3 action cards with different names in banish zone and take 1 at random. Yeah. So I honestly think that's like, that card's going to be pretty good. I've seen multiple people playing it in Levia. Like, I played against a few people playing it in Levia online over the last 4 to 5 days, I would say. So I could definitely see that card like having real value over time. Bounty Demic on 5 with an on hit. You'll love to see it. Man. Get that refresh going. Alright, so Nick gives us a card and scabs, which makes sense. And then we're going to come in for 2 and 2 here. Off the Rosetta Thorn. I mean, that was only a 10-point turn, so it wasn't like great or anything, but I mean, we took 6, dealt 10, and we're getting to Arsenal, a pretty solid card here. This is a pretty decent hand here. Banish Wraith. We're going to banish the red Wraith, block with the yellow Wraith. Play Mauvri and play Seeds of Agony on our turn after we banish the red Wraith. And then come in for 6 go again. 2 Rune Chants, 1 Arcane. And then we're going to pitch our blue to 2, 2, and 1. So we'll actually make a blocking play here. Try to use our cards efficiently. I could arsenal my 2 for 6 there, but or my 2 for 5, but I don't know about it. Chief called and he said that ain't it, so we're not gonna do it. When the whole like Chief said it, that's it thing became popular, I started saying it. Like honestly, it was probably like 3 months after it was popular, but I started saying it and I just kind of never stopped. I don't know. It's like when I said YOLO for like a year when I was like 14. I don't know. Did you already test the Scepter of Pain? It seemed interesting. So when I started out with playing Vynsett, one of the lists that my buddy Billy sent me originally was running the Scepter and the Flail of Agony because they're both one-handed weapons. And I haven't really... I played a few games to see if like how good they were, and I wasn't really a big fan of them, honestly. Like I've played against people who are playing Vynsett, who are playing them, and it just kind of seems mid to me. I could be completely wrong. I am not great at a card evaluation all the time, so take that for what it's worth. But they didn't seem great to me, and I just ended up playing Rosetta Thorn because honestly, Rosetta Thorn just kind of seems like the best weapon in this slot here. Da, 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 da. Coming in for 2-2 and 1 here. So I could have arsenaled my Shadow Averser, but honestly, I'm just not about that. I think I'd rather just keep a blue in my deck. Okay, so Nick's gonna go to 28 here. He gave us Husk already, which is kind of cool. I'm a pretty big fan of Nick giving us Husk already this game. That feels pretty good for us. Now, Nick is definitely much more capable of turning off Blood Debt, unlike myself, so ish. This hand does not feel great. We're definitely seeing an example of when Rune Flash is not very good. So, I mean, right now, we can banish a Rune Flash, pitch a Shadow Puppetry to attack for 4 and 2 Arcane, and then Arsenal or Revel, but I'm probably just going to block 6 here, banish a card, and then Arsenal my Revel anyway. Take my 2 free Rune Chance off one off my Rune Blood Incantation and one off of my Vynsett. So Nick's hand must have been a dud. I can only assume because this doesn't have Go again.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, no, you're good, dude. This is for 6 Go again, so I'm just going to throw 6 in front of this here because our turn's kind of lackluster as it is anyway. The crazy part is that like I can't just block 8 and Arsenal a card here because I'm forced to banish a card off Vynsett. So I'm forced to just block with 2 cards and keep 2 cards if I actually just want to Arsenal a card. What is this thing? What is this for 6? Yeah, we'll just take 6 here. I'm just going to take this turn as some setup and just try to make some dumb stuff happen here. Now we are going to give Nick a 5-card hand, which is pretty frightening because Levia plays quite a bit of go against stuff nowadays. So we'll just take our 2 Rune Chance of setup here. Oh my god, this hand sucks. So we banish Phantom Wraith. Mavrian Skies that. Pitch our other Mavrian Skies for Grasp and Thorn, and we can Revel if we want to. or I can try to save my revel for some really dumb stuff. And we have the capability of blocking 3. Nick's turned off Blood Debt as well. Yeah, this is not a great hand for us. I don't really know that I can take another turn off, though. I think we're just going to block out here. Our hand's not doing a lot. Like, we're not doing a ton here. I don't really want to, like... I want to save my husk for when I want to make something happen. I mean, I'm going to block here and take 6 and go to 19, knowing that the longer I keep my equipment, the better off that I am. Now, the problem is the longer this goes on, the more of a swing turn I'm going to have. I'm down 9 points. So I'm going to have a pretty sweet swing turn here. I mean, I would say this is a pretty sweet swing turn here. Like, we're going to use all of our equipment here because our hand is just absolutely stacked. So this is for 4 go again. So we banish this, make a rune chant, play this, attack with it, and then we can process from there and see what Nick does. I'm going to take 2 here. You know what would honestly be really sweet in this deck? Would be Pummel. Pummeling one of these stupid Rune Gate cards would be insanely fun. Now, it feels like we're just trolling a little bit. If you guys want the God's honest truth. Doesn't really feel like we're doing our best to like actually make something happen here, but it just kind of feels like we're trying to meme on somebody. Alright, 4 rune chants, 6 physical. If Nick loses any life, he banishes a card from his hand. And if this hits, we get 3 extra rune chants. We're going to do everything we can to make this swing turn as good as possible. Oh. I need to get a new gaming chair. Carly and I bought the exact same chair at Target. They were like $60 a piece, I think, when we decided we were gonna when we decided I was gonna stream and that we were gonna start playing video games together more regularly. We bought the same chair at Target and said, you know what, we're gonna buy these chairs, and if we don't play games a ton, then we only spend a little bit of money. But 2.5 years later, I'm still streaming, and me and Carly still play video games together probably 5 nights a week. So I'm definitely looking at getting a better chair.
Yeah.
To say the least. Oh. So let's play Revel. Luckily, the game intimidated the one card we needed it to take from our hand. Combat chain closes. Nick banishes a card from his hand. And then we're going to come in for 2, 2, and 7. So this turn was for 11 rune chants, 2 more arcane, And then let's see, the thing was for 6 and 4 is 10, and then 7 and 4 is 11. So this was a 21-point turn. Now it required some setup, but this was a pretty cool 21-point turn here. Oh, hang on one second here. Sorry about that.
You're good, bro.
All right, so let's look at our turn here. We banish Phantom Wraith, Shadow Puppetry, Runic Reckoning, pitch Widespread Annihilation to make a rune chant. Hang on, is there not a better line here that I can find? There's not really a way to make it happen here, is there? We banish Widespread Annihilation, we get a rune chant. And then we're stuck with Medium Hand. If we keep Widespread Annihilation, we banish the Phantom Wraith. We go Puppetry, Reckoning, make a rune chant attack. Although the go again is kind of wasted. I mean, I could block too, because it's only going to add 1 additional point here. And I don't need the card for anything. So I guess we'll save a little bit of life here and block. Banish the Phantom Wraith. Make a rune chant. Grasp of the Arknight is such a key player in this deck. Like, it is such a key player in this deck. Runic Reckoning. So this is going to be for 2 arcane and 9 physical. I think I'm going to attack Nick here. I know that Blasphemy, the Soul Harvester token, is kind of frightening because he can just throw that at us every turn. And honestly, he has Levia Redeem flipped over, which is also pretty frightening. He has Levia Redeem not flipped, but he just has it here. So I'm just kind of hoping to like find a broken Revel turn here with what I have. I mean, also I still have Crown of Providence and a point of block on Grasp of the Arknight. So we have 3 equipment block left. So like trying to make it happen. Sheesh. Chief called, this ain't it. I draw more hands with all non-attacks than I do anything else in this deck. Occasionally, I'll draw something with attacks. So you just flip Levia Redeemed?
Yeah.
So there's just literally nothing I can do right here. Which is like crazy sad. I mean, crazy sad. I guess we're gonna do what we can here. We're gonna come in for 2 physical and 2 rune chants. I mean, just try to set up a little bit here. Like, the envelop in our hand gives us some pretty busted lines of play. Like, we have some things we could make happen. I was very fortunate that when my all non-attack hand came this game, it came when at a time when I was ahead on life, so I wasn't like really worried about like dying or anything here. Although Nick could just very well go to 4 and attempt to kill me, because I'm pretty sure Nick can play like any card in his banish zone at this point. I think that's what Levia does. Or do you not have any cards in your banish zone? Is that what happens now?
Yeah.
All right, so what are we looking for here? So right now we have banish Phantom Wraith, pitch Mauvrian Skies to play Envelop in Darkness, play Runeblood Incantation, attack with Phantom Wraith for 7 and 2 rune chants. We're gonna put this on the. Am I putting? No, I think Revel's too good. I mean, that does open up my entire turn. Like, that truly opens up my entire turn. I just need to not block here. I need to be able to keep my hand. Now, I'm at 7. And I can't go to 1, because I'll just die to my husk here. Oh my god. Alright, I'm going to lose this game. Oh, man. Sheesh. Alright, we're in a bad spot in a bad way right now. I don't think we can crawl out of this one. I think I have to attack this token here. Like, I think I have to, but I think the game's over here. I just don't think I can win this game. Yeah, I needed to be able to keep my hand that turn. If I could have kept my hand that turn, I would have been in a pretty good spot. Because I could have done some really dumb stuff. I honestly think taking those 2 turns off is what got me. Now I'm at 1, which means I can take absolutely nothing. And my hand is absolutely abysmal anyway. There's no way that this hand is ever going to kill Nick. Even if he just passes, I don't think I can kill him. Yeah.
I think the claws feel a lot better.
You like the claws better?
Yeah.
So we block like this. We banish Envelop in Darkness, make a rune chant, and then we come in for 1 arcane and 2 physical. So if Nick says no blocks, it's literally not enough to kill him. Yeah, I think our 2 turns of I think our 2 turns of basically just blocking out kind of killed us. Now, our swing turn was really good, but it still was really bad. Sorry, what'd you undo for? I died to my blood debt. Nick, can you hear me, brother? I hit the 1 and muted myself again. You realize I died to my blood debt, right?
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, that's why the game. No. It keeps ending because I'm dying to my blood debt.
Oh, my bad.
No,
Let's
you're
play
good.
one more. You want to play one more, brother?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Let's do it.
I was trying to figure out what was going on.
What block that cost me? All right. Yep, let's do a quick rematch. Yes, there we go. Your bestie and my bestie. Gosh, now Carly's got me singing that. Actually, let's make a rune chant and come in for 6 and 2 arcane. Actually, you know what? That's just wrong. Sorry, man. Let me start.
You're good.
Let me start my turn over here. Let's see if this is a better strategy this game. Let's banish our widespread ruin. Let's make an extra rune chant, and then let's pass and see what happens. Let's take one and let's set up and try to have multiple attacks. So banish that, make a rune chant. Yeah, so I think my turn works here the way I want it to. I think this works the way I want it to. We're getting ready to find out here if I can count or not. Yeah, Nick's got a pretty good turn here. I'm mostly interested in seeing what all my turn does here. So we're going to banish this. We're going to play Shadow Puppetry. No, we're not going to pay for the life. And then we're going to click, and we're going to attack with... Actually, I'm going to play Seeds of Agony. Or do I want to keep that? I think I want to keep that, actually. Alright, so this is for 7 and 3 rune chants. If Nick loses life, he'll banish the top card of his deck. I needed my blue to be able to play all of my cards there, or I would have just went for the widespread annihilation. Now, I probably could have just went for the widespread annihilation and then just, like, tried to take a different approach with the swing card being my my widespread annihilation here. 7 physical on hit. I may banish the top card of my deck. Nick blocks 7. We're going to activate Grass, which is going to close the chain. He banishes an Endless Maw. We play Envelop in Darkness to make an extra rune chant and give +3. So this is going to be for 2 rune chants and 8 physical. So that was a pretty sweet turn, and setting up on turn 0 actually allowed us to have a lot better play. So it was 7 and 3 rune chance. So our turn was for 10, and then this is 8 and 2 rune chance. So it was a 20-point turn here. Like, we're talking about a 20-point turn, and we still get the Arsenal card. And two of those points came from the turn before. So it was an 18-point turn off of a 4-card hand. Because we're still going to Arsenal this and try to set up some shenanigans here with Spellbound Creepers to make this work. Okay, Nick blocks 7. Takes 1, and then we'll Arsenal our card here. So play Runeblood Incantation, play Seeds of Agony, and come in with Bounding Demagon for 4, 1 Rune Chant, and 1 Arcane here. And then we're going to Arsenal our last card. It's not a super impressive turn, and does give Nick a kind of a turn here that he can try and swing tempo back at us if he wants. I don't really think with an all red hand there was any kind of crazy shenanigans we could have pulled off there. Shenanigans, weevil shenanigans. You ever seen Super Troopers, Nick?
Yeah.
Man, I love that movie. So banish Widespread Ruin, play Envelop in Darkness, Mauvrian Skies, Widespread Ruin, Thorn. Keep our card that we have in Arsenal. I'm gonna see what Nick throws at us after the Dread Screamer here. It's like we are getting kind of low, so I probably will throw Husk soon. I think this is worth throwing Husk, because if Nick throws, if we go to 15 here and Nick throws Claw or anything, I'm forced to throw Husk or throw cards from my hand to prevent losing my Husk. Mauvrian Skies, red. No, we're not going to pay for that. And then we got 9 physical go again with 3 rune chants. And if the 9 hits, we make 3 additional rune chants, which is a pretty solid line of play here. I mean, this is going to be a 15-point turn. So basically, anytime we have a hand that has a Runegate card in Envelop in Darkness, we're looking at a pretty high-powered hand. That's one of my big notes that I'm taking away from these games. I could play my Arsenal card here just to push through some extra points, but I don't think it's worth. I think we're really trying to use Spellbound Creepers to make as many things happen in one turn as we can. I think it'd be a pretty over-aggressive use, in my opinion, of playing our Arsenal card. Hey now, hey now. Guys, if y'all are hanging out tonight, I don't care if you're hanging out on Kick or YouTube or where you're at. Appreciate y'all chilling out with me tonight. Means a lot when y'all come by and hang out the stream. So this is just 7, and Nick still has 1 action point here. It's pretty frightening. I mean, so if I don't block anything here, I have to banish one of the cards from my hand, make a rune chant, make a second rune chant, and then it's Gloomveil for 4. I'd have to play... yeah, I don't like this. I think we're going to throw this on the bottom and see what we can find. So now we can... Yeah, this makes our hand a lot better here. Hopefully Nick's last card isn't like super good or anything. Last thing he's going to throw at us here, I'm hoping for something a little mild and mediocre so that we can try to have a pretty good turn next turn. Yeah, because we banish seeds, make a rune chant, make 2 rune chants. Gloomveil for 4. So it's 3 with go again. I think I can take 3 here. All of my cards represent more than 3 points, or they represent my hand continuing to do something. So in that aspect of things, we're looking at trying to trying to have a better sequence here. Yeah, we'll just go to 11 here. I think we're going to try and... I think I'm just going to take my turn here. I've committed to this line, so I think we're going to stick with it. Banish Seeds. Play Seeds of Agony. Come in for 4 physical and 2 rune chants here. Alright, so Nick takes the first rune chant and the second, and then we got 1 arcane off of the Seeds of Agony here. Yeah, Nick takes a card out of our hand. And then we're going to go Revel, make 4 rune chants, and then we're going to come in for 2, 2, and 4. It's just going to be 8 additional points on top of the damage that we've already done here. And then the card that Nick intimidated away from us, we're actually going to be able to arsenal that card, which is kind of sweet. So if Nick takes this all, he'll go to 7. It's also important to note that we have 1 more rune chant coming off of the Rune Blood incantation, which gives us a little bit more leniency on what we're blocking with and what we're doing. Rune Blood incantation is a very, very, very good card in this deck. I would honestly expect that card to go up in price if it hasn't already. I don't know what it was before. I think it was like next to nothing. I know that I have my play set upstairs from where I played Viscerai so much beforehand, so arsenal this and pass. All right, so let's think about our turn here. If I banish Shadow, I can play Mauvrian Skies, play Shadow. Man, this hand's weird. Is there any way to make this card work this turn? So, banish this card, play Mauvrian Skies, play Shadow, Revel that. So there is a way to make it work, but I have to make sure that I'm not going to have to block with something. Because if I have to block with something, it's banish Shadow Averser, or if I have to block with something, it's banish Shadow Averser, play Mauvrian, attack for 2, play Revel Thorn. So it's still not a bad turn. Let's go ahead and block 2 here and take 2 and go to 8. And let's try to make sure that I'm not going to die to something randomly here. Hopefully Nick just comes in for like 6. So this being for 6 means that it puts us to 2, which means I don't die to my Husk here. So I'm just going to go to 2. Nick no longer has any more like interaction through his headpiece. So I'm 100% sure on keeping my cards. All right, let's make sure I didn't just completely make a big mistake here. All right, so we're going to go Mavrian Skies. We're going to go Shadow. We're not going to banish anything. So this is for 2 go again. And 2 rune chants. On hit, we make an additional rune chant. So Nick takes the 2 rune chants. I think if we don't kill Nick this turn, I think we're going to kill him. I think he's going to die to his blood debt. So Nick goes to 3 and gives us a rune chant. So we play Revel, and then come in with Widespread Annihilation. So 9 rune chants and 6 physical. I can't imagine there's a world where this isn't game.
Yeah, it's game.
I can definitely tell you feel more comfortable with the deck more towards the end.
Yeah, there's still a lot of stuff I gotta learn.
I just like there were like the games have been a lot closer. Like these last like 3 games, these last like 2 or 3 games we played have been a ton closer than.
I'm definitely down to play one more.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, man.
I just don't know what to like manage off of like Art of War and stuff either.
Yeah, man. I honestly, man, I wish I could help you with some of that stuff. Like, but I don't know Levia. All right. You want to run it back or play something different?
Let's do the full rematch, the new sideboard.
Full rematch. Oh, no, I don't want a quick rematch. I want a full rematch. Okay. Husk, and I'm going to leave my 60 alone. We haven't changed anything yet so far, so going to leave it alone. It's been working, and that's kind of what I'm trying to test tonight. When double Revel to win, and then let's save that. Make sure I didn't mute myself accidentally again. So this is interesting. This is what I like to call species spicy. And I mean species spicy. Oh, Grasp of Darkness. Interesting. I think we're going to have to go for the Widespread Annihilation play here if you guys want the God's Honest Truth. So we're going to make another rune chant, and then we're going to arsenal our last card here. Like, I think we can. So if we banish a Shadow Puppetry, we can play Oath of the Arknight, and then that'll be for 7 and 4 rune chants, or I'm sorry, 8 and 4 rune chants, and then an Arcane, and we'll have 1 floating, so we can Thorn after that. So Nick's turn's gonna have to be pretty cracked for me to consider blocking, because Widespread Annihilation is like, it's just so good. Like, Widespread Annihilation is like probably the most powerful card in the deck. Banish a card from your opponent's hand, and like they have to decide up front whether they're gonna block or not. Like, and there's a lot of value in that. Okay.
Horrible blood rush.
Oh,
For sure.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just taking next turn here. Oh, wow. He pitched 2 reds to claw me. And then he passes. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. That sucks.
Yeah.
So, banish a Shadow Puppetry like we talked about. Play Oath of the Arknight. Play Shadow Puppetry. I'm not going to play the card in my arsenal so I can save that to try to keep my go again later. So this is for 7 physical and 4 rune chance. And so, or I'm sorry, 8. Oh, Oath of the Arknight gives +1, so this is for 8. And Nick's already lost life, so he's going to have to banish a card from his hand at the end of when the combat chain breaks, which is super relevant. So this either means Nick is blocking with extra cards or he's blocking with less cards here. And I like this. I really like Widespread Annihilation. It appears Nick is choosing extra cards. So I'm actually going to go ahead and break the combat chain to force Nick to get rid of a card here. Because, oh, I guess he doesn't have AB, so it doesn't matter. In my head, he's had Null Rune Gloves all day, so I was trying to figure out how to keep him off of that. Man. Some of these hands, though, I swear. I swear. I think we're just going to crown this to the bottom. Did I just get moto bugged? Good lord, I just got moto bugged. Banish this, make a rune chant. Malverian Skies. 3 go again. On hit, make 3 rune chants. This kind of forces a card out of Nick's hand because if he doesn't block this, this is basically a 0 for 6. Or he can block 3 and save 3 extra points, which is a value block every day of the week. Oh no, Nick hitting me with that headpiece. I just got. No thorn for me. Alright, well, we'll take one more and we'll draw a card we don't want. And then Nick had a pretty sweet blood rush this turn, so... God, this is not a hand you want to see. At all. So, we banish a card. Yeah, this is an awkward hand. I mean, and we're taking this because we have to have our last 2 cards to make this worthwhile. 8, Dominate. So we're going to block 6 and take 2 and go to 22. Banish this, make a rune chant, and then come in for 5 and 2 arcane. And then Nick is losing life, so when this leaves the combat chain, I'm going to gain a life this turn. I'm actually going to gain 2 life here, but I'm going to lose one of those because of my husk, so I'm really only going to net gain 1 life. Important to note that interaction there. Although it is nice because this card essentially turns off my husk for a turn, which is pretty sweet. Nick still has his husk, and he's up 7 points. That's terrifying. Terrifying. It's not a good place to be in. For us, anyway. Nick's in a great spot. Hey now, hey now, hey now, hey now. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Nick takes 2, goes to 27. We're gonna go to. We should have went to 23. I was at 22. I go to 21 off of me losing life to the husk, and then go back to 23. All right, I don't know what just happened there, but Chief called, and that ain't it. So let's find our line here. And right now it looks like our line is Banish Deathly Delight. Banish Deathly Delight. Make a rune chant. Play Oath of the Arc Knight. Play Seeds of Agony. So we're coming in for 6 and 3 Arcane. And then we get to Arsenal our Mavrian Skies. So we're going to 16, and we're going to throw 9 back at Nick and Arsenal a card. That is not a good exchange for us. It is technically a winning turn cycle, but technically I still don't like it. So the other option we have is block 3. Yeah, this is better. This is absolutely better. We get to block 3 and still throw 9. All right. No, we're throwing 8. So we're blocking 3 and throwing 8. So our turn cycle is for 11 points instead of the 9 that it was going to be for. So, I mean, I could technically make it for 12 if I wanted to and keep and play the seeds here, but I don't think that's worth. All right, so we're going to see if this happens again the way that I think it's supposed to. So Nick has lost life this turn. When we pass, yeah, okay, so we went back to 20 that time. All right, I must have missed something. I must have not been paying attention, or I must have missed something last turn, because the game did it the way we wanted it to last time. All right, I don't know. I guess not, because we went back to 19. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. I don't care. I've given up. Banish Deathly Delight. Play Envelop. Pitching Mavrian Skies. Block with Rune Flash here. And then this is for 8 and 2 Arcane. Nick plays an Artivore, choosing buff and banish. Okay, so Nick has something with go again. We have yet to have a hand that has a blue that allows us to really abuse Spellbound Creepers that I can find. Nick's also not whiffed on any Blood Debt, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure Levy is set up to it's set up that way so it doesn't whiff on Blood Debt. But at the same time, I could really go for Nick whiffing. All right, so I'm going to block 3 and take 4 here. Go to 15 because this is just damage. I don't have a reason to throw my grasp yet. And then this is for 8, so this would put me to 7. So if I take 8 and go to 7, I'm going to throw 10 back. Or I could just block 7, stay at 15, and see what Nick's next turn holds. This is the first Envelop in Darkness that we've seen. I guess we're going to block 7 and go to 14 here, and then we're going to go to 13. So we're down 7 points. We need our hand to line up a little bit. Like, we're going to need Nick to have, like, a little bit of a whiff here on something. I don't know what that looks like for us, but... And this hand is not it. So this is yet again another hand where we're just blocking out here. Nick doesn't have a way to turn on blood debt or turn off blood debt. We might be in somewhat of a decent spot here. Again, the Levia deck is set up with super consistency in mind, so...
Let me take that back. Sorry.
No, you're good, dude. Absolutely. Okay, so this is going to be for 8. So we get to block 4. Take 4, go to 9, and then we're going to take 1 and go to 8. I mean, we're just on the back foot here. We have yet to have a hand. Did you mean to pass?
Yeah, I turned. I did
Oh, you flipped Levia. Okay. Banish Widespread Annihilation. Seeds of Agony. Swarming Gloomville. For 3, go again. No one-hit effects here. Activate Spellbound Creepers, play Revel, go up to 2 action points. 6 and 4 Arcane. The 4 Arcane puts Nick to 2. And then this is for 6 physical, and because of our action point, we get to attack with Thorn here. So Nick blocks 6, and then we come in for 2 and 2.
I got no block.
I got you. That sucks, man. So, question for you. Why did you flip Levia there? Was your turn, like, unplayable or something? Or use redeemed, I mean.
I had all red hand. I couldn't do nothing.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. All right, brother.
You out of here?
Yeah, I'm out of here.
All right. Thanks for playing, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
See you, buddy.
See you.
All right. Let's back out to the menu here. I was taking down notes on that game there. So, all right. Ended up going 5-1 tonight. Playing Vynsett into Nick. He was playing Levia most of the night, so I mean, we got to take that for a little bit of what it's worth. You know, I mean, Levia is a good hero, but Levia is not great by any stretch of the imagination. Like, she still has a lot of work to do, and there's a lot of figuring out to be done. But Nick drawing all reds on that last hand there when he had all tempo is pretty unfortunate. It's unfortunate that he couldn't do anything right there, because it kind of felt like that was his game to lose. And so something coming up like that where Nick did end up losing is pretty tough, and I hate that for him, because he was playing that game really well and grinding me out, and like he had worked himself into a really good spot there. So anyway, a little bit of a shorter stream tonight, guys. That's going to be it for the night. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight, whether you're hanging out on YouTube or Kick or wherever you're at. It means a lot. Appreciate you stopping by and spending your evening with me. Santana, thank you for the sub on YouTube. I appreciate it, brother. But I'm going to get out of here tonight. I will be back tomorrow. I'll be back at 7 Eastern time. Be playing Flesh and Blood for a couple hours. Probably going to be playing them with Prism. So I think I found a list. One of my buddies is a Prism fanatic. So I found a Prism list that I like, and we're going to be playing that. So I'm kind of looking forward to learning a little bit about the new Prism. A couple people have said that she is garbage, but I'm curious to see if the guy that we call the Prism Master in our area, I'm curious to see if he can cobble together a Prism list that works. So I'll be playing that for a couple hours. And then tomorrow night, I'm actually going to finish off the stream in a pretty special way. I'm going to be playing a horror game with Carly and my cousin Kyle. It's called Escape the Backrooms. I've never played it before. Horror games scare the living crap out of me. I am a jump scare like fool. I jump and scare and scream. So if y'all like watching grown men yell and scream and get scared, then come and hang out around 9 o'clock. But if nothing else, I'm playing Prism. So tell your Prism friends to come watch the stream. They can tell me how bad I'm doing, if nothing else. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.